See sucker soup on a hot summer day. Coffee comes back in a nerve-wracking way. The dishes and laundry take the garbage out. What a day, what a day, what a day.
Well, welcome to Capital Region today. I'm so happy that you're joining us. We've got a great lineup. We always have a great lineup. We've got such great people in the Capital Region, and we get them on our show to talk about what's going on. We're all over the Capital Region, and today is no exception. We've got a great lineup, and we're going to be talking with the Stockade Art Show that's coming up, and we'll be finding out about those hours and when you can go. We also have a new guest here, and they're from the Hudson Hall, and we're going to find out about them. And there's a picture of it right there, so we'll find out more about it, and there's a new director there. Then we're going to be talking to the Downtown Improvement Corporation. They're talking about another restaurant week, and don't we love those restaurant weeks? And then we're talking with the Historical Society. They have an arts and crafts show coming up. We'll find out about where that is. I believe it's at the Mabee Farm. We'll find out more about that. And then we're going to wrap up the show with our friend from the My Side. We're going to find out from Chris Hunter what's going on with that new exhibit, or the exhibit that they're going to have on until the end of the month. Science fiction, science future. Hey, I'm Ann Pearl, your host, and we're going to start right out with the Stockade Art Associate, or Stockade Outside Art Show. Did I get that right?
Villagers Outdoor Art Show.
I got that one.
74th.
Good. Colleen and Steve are with us, and they brought some of their artwork with them. I don't know whose artwork it is, but I think you're going to tell us, Steve and Colleen.
Yeah, we will. The art show this year is Saturday, September 6th from 10 o'clock to 4.
And if it rains?
It will be Sunday the 7th from noon to 4.
Okay.
And the reasons for the images is we have a list of prizes, and the first place prize is $1,000, which is
$1,000?
which is sponsored by the Gazette and Friends of the Stockade Association, or the Stockade Art Show. And the second prize is $750. Third prize is $500. And then we have some specialty awards, which is the Nicholas Colangelo Award, is the first time shower, exhibitor at the art show, and that's $200. Then we have the James Gillian and the George Weinheimer Memorial Award given out by the Oak Room Artists for $100. And the Ernest Cohen Award is the best depiction of the stockade, and that's why
there. That's it with the Statue of Lawrence there.
We have 3 of them. And then there is the best depiction of the human form, the Steve Hennessy Award, and that's $100. And 6 honorable mentions at $40 a piece. People's Choice Award is the favorite award.
Voted on by
attendees.
attendees.
Yeah, voted on by the populace.
Okay, wait a minute. So who picks these?
So this is
we have 2 judges.
Okay.
And then we have 3 judges,
right.
2 for the show itself, and then 1 judge for 8 to 18. And the 2 judges this year will be Tina Linser, who is a local artist, and Bob Gully, who is another
and they're not in the competition.
They are not in the competition. So they will get here about 10:30 or so. Everyone will be set up, and they walk from booth to booth. And it's based on the body of work.
Oh, on the body of work.
The
Okay.
body
So
of
they
work.
can't just put up one painting and say,
So years ago, we used to have the racks, the display racks, all set up around Lawrence, our small
Right, I
circle.
remember those, yeah.
And the artists themselves, once they had their setup in place, they would bring a piece to the circle to be judged.
Oh.
And so after they were judged, then we would do the awards and stuff. We didn't have this monetary amount in place. It was just congratulations, you're like best of show.
Yeah.
I don't even think we had ribbons. I co-chaired it back for the 35th year, so that was a while ago. But it's been so exciting now because you don't know. So you come, you're an exhibitor, you've got your display all set up and everything.
And fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, the judges walk by, you may have taken painting A to the circle. They absolutely love painting D of yours. And so that will be the one that later gets brought to the circle, displayed for everybody, and that's when we give out the cash prizes along with beautiful, beautiful ribbons that we have done for everybody.
This time.
Well, yeah, I mean, 35 years ago, we were operating on a shoestring budget, and it's just evolved over time, and the artwork has evolved, and expanding it to other communities. Create will be there with a setup for young
Kids
people to
art,
come and do some art that day, so maybe their parents can peruse, and
Nice.
it's turned into, it's a wonderful event.
How many artists are participating? Because this sounds absolutely fantastic.
Well, it's about 68 artists now.
Okay.
At the peak 20 years ago, there were 95 or 100.
120.
So they dropped down. That I
has
would
dropped
thought
down.
it would have increased.
Well, I think a lot of people are
world is
aging out.
busy.
Yeah.
Okay.
People are aging out. Younger people are more online, or some
yeah.
of the fancier festivals,
Yeah.
But we keep this
But
alive for
68
74.
is a lot.
Well,
I
it
mean,
is.
it's a lot of art to select. Now, I'm assuming that people can purchase the art there.
Yes, all the art
Yeah.
should be for sale.
Yeah.
Some special
And when
pieces.
we talk about art, we look at art that's behind you. Do you want to talk about those 3 paintings there? Or the art? I shouldn't say paintings. Some of them are.
Yeah, no, they're watercolor.
They're all watercolor. Yeah.
This is one of the older Okrum artists, Batzel. And it's a really nice depiction. I think what I like about it is
There's depth to it.
well, there's depth, but the garden around Lawrence has changed. It's evolved over the years.
Yeah.
Well, that's a little
few-
different.
Yeah, you can almost, I could tell you that that's probably when I first moved to the Stockade.
Did it look like
the
that?
one over my shoulder is probably the gardener at that point in time was Dawson Van Epps, and
Sure.
he kept a beautiful lawn with red geraniums every summer.
Yeah.
Oh, is that right?
Yep, and probably this one too. So,
Yeah.
and sometimes people actually donate paintings, like from an estate or things along that line. So we're fortunate enough to have them in our possession at the either the Historical Society or the Stockade Association.
And you can sell them.
And we could sell them, or we give
Use
them
them.
away as thank yous to people who have done something special. But as Stephen mentioned, this was an original Okrum artist, and that's how the whole thing started, with 6 or 7 gentlemen who didn't play golf but wanted out of the house on a Saturday morning, and
This is
got together right there, with Lawrence right outside the window,
At Arthur's Market.
at
yeah.
Arthur's Market too, and had a great time painting, and then just bought it outside. And once they started bringing it outside, they invited more people to join in, and we do the road closures, and the churches set up
Everything.
food,
Everybody
so
works together.
Everybody
Yeah, they
works
do.
together.
And it for the benefit of everyone.
Well, and I also heard someone explain yesterday on another news station that it's festival weekend. So the Italian Fest is going on, the Greek Fest is going on, and
Cultural
the
Fest
Cultural
up in
Fest up
Central
in the
Park.
park. But you got to remember, we were there first. So
Absolutely.
And,
Well, not only that, but the downtown area is all walkable. So
Exactly.
And when I've gone, I've been able to park the car, and I go to the art, and then I go to the Italian, and I go over to the Greek, and then I decide, do I want dinner at the Greek or do I want dinner at the Italian? Where
right,
do I go?
right, right.
So it makes it a wonderful weekend.
It is a great weekend.
And I appreciate what you do. If anyone is interested, can they still sign up, or should they?
Certainly, yes.
Okay.
Until online, you can sign up until the 22nd of August for the $30 rate.
Okay.
And then after that, it will be in person the day of the show.
A
And
little
that's
bit more money.
$40.
Yeah, $40. But listen, if you're an artist and you want to get your artwork shown, whether it's a sculpture,
Yep.
could be fabric art, could be any kind of art, right?
The fine arts.
Yeah, fine arts. Have them come and check this out. I mean, you might get a prize, $1,000. Wow.
And
Sweet.
most other art shows where there are prizes like that, they're a juried show. So you actually need to enter your work
Yeah.
and be selected to
But no,
actually
they
show.
select it.
And it doesn't, right. So if you've been painting away or doing some sculpture or something along that line, you take a step back and you say, you know, I like my work, somebody else might like it too. We're the perfect place to your first platform.
Yeah, wonderful. Thank you both for being here, Steve
Thanks,
Kowalski
Ann.
and Colleen. I'm so glad that you're
well, thank
both
you so
here
much for
today
having
and
us.
talking about it. It's one of my favorite events to attend every year. So
And
see you
we're
there.
a wonderful neighborhood to peruse
absolutely.
any
And
day
by
of
the way,
year.
it's a free event
Yes,
free,
it's a free
yes.
to
event.
attend. So
Right.
bring the kids, walk around, let them appreciate art.
Yep.
Thank you both for being
Well,
here.
thanks for
It's
having
always a
us.
pleasure to have you.
Right back at you.
Every year. So another year coming up. Okay,
Sapphire.
and okay, Adam, hi, how are
Hi.
you?
Wonderful.
And you're a brand new executive director, I understand, is that it?
That's right. Tomorrow's
HUD?
actually my very first day.
This is your first day?
Tomorrow, yes.
Tomorrow's, okay, well, we're not telling me. Anyway, you look very professional, that you've been there and everything, so tell me, what brought you to the Hudson Hall? And
Well,
this is in Hudson, New York.
That's right. Hudson Hall at the historic Hudson Opera House, right?
And we had a
in-
picture of that up there.
That's right. It's a beautiful, beautiful old building. And it's New York State's oldest surviving theater.
Is it really?
And it's had a very special place in my heart for the last, well, more than a decade, both as an artist and as a community member. And I'm very honored to step into the role of executive director.
What do you see your vision? I mean, I know that they have activities and things. What what are you bringing to the Hudson Hall or the Opera House?
Yeah, well, thank
Is it
you.
called the Opera House or what?
People use both names.
Okay, I wasn't sure what to use.
Well, first, I'm very grateful to be following in the footsteps of Tambra Dillon, who is the outgoing executive director, and she and the team have just done an incredible job these last years. So I'm very grateful to steward that legacy. And, you know, I like to think of Hudson Hall as more than just a theater, but really a gathering place. You know, we host all kinds of events from opera to jazz to free youth programs and community events. And my goal is to make sure it's a place where, you know, our doors are open to everyone. And I want to strengthen our role as a civic and cultural engine. And I want to do that by,
so important.
it's so important. And I want to do that by lifting, welcoming new voices, supporting local artists, and, you know, really deeply considering what it means, you know, what culture can do for the whole community.
Can you describe it to me? I mean,
Yes.
because I'd like to know, is there
Yeah.
an auditorium?
Yes.
Is there a display? Tell me. I'm brand new, tell me all about
Well,
it.
great. So the ground floor is our art gallery. We have amazing exhibitions throughout the year. We have an opening coming up on August 23rd of work by Christian Marclay, a brilliant artist. And we also host art by local artists, you know, different kinds of works.
Mm-hmm.
There's also what we call the R&R Lounge, which is, it can be a meeting place, a gathering point. Sometimes we host lectures, discussions, or community groups in there. It also has a cafe, which is open on occasion. And then upstairs is our main auditorium. And that is this beautiful old space, these enormous windows, and seating for about 350 audience members.
Well, that's a good sized audience to have, and an intimate audience as well.
It's a nice scale, I think, for our community and for the kinds of work that we present.
Has this always been an opera house, or has this been a converted something or other?
Well, I love that you asked that question. I love the history of the building because it was originally built as the city hall.
Oh, really?
So it was the court and the jail and the bank, and like all of Hudson civic life happened in this building. And I love that history as a goal moving forward. I want it to be that vital to life in Hudson as it was then.
Yeah, it sounds like you've got energy behind it?
It was renamed the Hudson Opera House in 1881 from the Hudson City Hall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they call it Hudson Hall as well. But I like the Opera House. Sounds kind of
I like it
jazzier
too.
or something. Tell me now, one of the things I always ask about facilities like this, is it up for rental? In other words, can a community group rent out your R&R lounge? Can they rent out the auditorium?
Great question. Yes, and we have different kinds of rates. Say, there's one rate for a community group doing free programming versus maybe a private corporate event. Then there's you can visit our website, and maybe it's just the R&R lounge, maybe you want the auditorium, maybe you want the whole building. There are packages for everybody.
Okay, so that you have a way of being inclusive, if
That's
you
right.
can, as best you can.
That's right.
So tell me about your programming in the fall. Can you tell me, or is this a secret?
Oh, no, absolutely. Probably one of the pillars of programming we're best known for is our Jazz Festival, which is coming up in November. Many, many beautiful artists. We work with this curator, Kat Henry, who also works with Jazz at Lincoln Center, and she is just plugged into so many, very established jazz artists, but also some of the new generation coming up, which are people that I'm very excited to meet and discover.
Wonderful.
Yeah. We also have this band named Moom coming on tour with an opener by Mice Parade, which, these are
What is
bands.
it, Mice Parade?
Mice Parade, yeah.
Okay, all right.
And this is programming that that I'm inheriting from the outgoing director, but that I'm very excited about. It's very. When I found out that Mice Parade was performing, I was so excited because I was a huge fan of them for a long
I
time.
know, it's new.
And then, programming throughout the year.
Do you have any plays there, or operas?
That's right. Our opera series is another one of our, I'd say, most well-known series of programming. In the spring, we had a production of Giulio Cesare, a Handel opera, and that's where the size of our theater comes in so handy, because Handel was meant to be performed in a space of this scale.
Oh, I did not know that.
Most opera houses are actually too big for these early Baroque works.
So it doesn't resonate quite well then maybe in a larger...
That's right. Especially when you work with period instruments, they have a more limited range. And so it's really perfect for these Handel operas. And we have this Handel on the Hudson series, which was kicked off a number of years ago. And actually the Baroque band that we work with will be performing in the fall as well. Not an opera, more of the chamber works, but that'll be a very interesting program also.
What do you see the range of your audience? I mean, do they come up from New York City, or what? I mean, where is your population?
No, that's a great question. I'd say there are probably at least three groups. We serve many communities, which includes lifelong residents. It includes people with maybe a second home in the Hudson Valley, and then just tourists who are up for the weekend looking for things to do.
A great activity or great performance great performances. Huh, that's where did that come from? But anyway.
And we want all of these groups to feel at home at Hudson Hall.
Can I ask you what your background is?
My background is in dance and performance.
Okay, I kind of had a feeling that maybe you were into the arts.
Well, I did a residency at Hudson Hall back in 2014.
Oh my goodness.
And I built a work which then premiered at Jacob's Pillow and toured internationally.
Really?
So I've seen firsthand how this organization can lift a local voice and put it on the national stage. And that's what I want to keep doing.
Well, it sounds like you've got the energy behind this, and it's going to happen.
Thank you.
And I'm really. It's such a pleasure to meet you, first of all, because I did not know a lot about the Hudson Hall or Hudson Opera House, however you want to call it. So this was exciting for me to learn about that and maybe visit it and see. I'd like to learn more about these.
Please do.
These great venues that are available in our state. We have so many wonderful performers, and we need places for them to perform, and we need the audiences for them to come to.
Well, I appreciate you inviting me here, and please, you and all of your audience, come by anytime. either buy a ticket for a show or come by for a free community event or just pop in and say hello.
Yeah, I will. I'll be there.
Great.
Adam, it's a pleasure to meet you, and I know that this is going to just kind of boost things along. And I'm sure that your last executive director was great and has done a lot. But sometimes it just takes new eyes to look at things to maybe give it a little extra look at, so to speak. And I think you're the person that's going to do it.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you, Adam, for being here. And we're talking with Adam from the Weinert. Adam Weinert, and he's with the Hudson Hall or Hudson Opera House. If you have a chance, drive down there and take a look at it. Yeah, thanks for being here.
Pleasure.
Good. We're going to switch over here, and we're going to be talking about food. Oh my gosh, I love food. But anyway, hey, hi, how are you?
I'm doing well, thanks.
Yeah.
How are you?
I love the idea that you're doing one in the summer.
Yeah, so we've talked before about our February restaurant week and just how popular that really is for Schenectady. And this idea for a summer restaurant week came out of those conversations of how are we doing? What else could we be doing? What opportunities do we see? And the restaurants deserve and want an opportunity to shine, and what a treat for the public to be able to have another opportunity for our downtown restaurants to show off what they do best.
Absolutely. Now, this is a little bit different because in your other restaurant weeks, it's been kind of like all over, kind of.
Yes.
Is this one only downtown, or are you spreading it out a little
Yep.
bit?
So our February event has been county-wide for the last couple of years. For our summer event, we're just focusing on downtown.
Walkable.
Folks are busy and trying to fit in vacations and things like that. So we're just keeping it to our downtown region where people can walk around and see everything that's going on. It's such a vibrant community during the summer, and there is something to look at every corner. Let's take advantage of what we've got right here.
Okay, I'm going to give you a challenge.
Okay.
What restaurants?
So we have 13 restaurants participating, and it's a mix between folks who are offering lunches and dinner options.
And the prices are different.
The prices are different. So for every place that's offering a lunch special, it's a $20 lunch with 2 courses
Fixed
or
price,
more.
yeah.
Fixed price, yep. And then dinner has 2 price points. So there's a $30 option or a $40 option, and both of those include 3 courses or more.
Okay.
And some are leaning right in with lots of options in each course, and others are offering additional courses as well. So it's a lot of bang for your buck, and the restaurants are getting a chance to showcase their offerings.
And we have a few new restaurants as well.
We do, and there's some that are have new things to offer because it's the summer season. In the last couple of months, for example, Vice and Virtue added a whole patio set. So if you haven't had a chance to visit in the last couple of weeks, yes, you can go out and enjoy your fixed price dinner out on the patio, and what a great opportunity for that. There's other restaurants like Ember and Cork, where
they're brand new there.
If you haven't been there yet.
They took over the Fusion place, did they?
Yes, that's the spot that used to be Zen.
Yeah, Zen.
So if you haven't had a chance to go there yet, this is a great opportunity to do it. And
Do they still have the outside seating like Zen did? They used to have a few tables out in front.
Yeah, so it always depends on what the owners want to do and the weathers. But I can tell you that getting a chance to preview some of these menus, no one will be disappointed in any of the options.
Okay, so you mentioned 2. Now, how about some of the others?
We've got Mila's, The Nest, Maria's Cafe, Cornell's, More Parecas, Canvas Corks and Forks, Center Street.
Oh, they're going to do it too. Oh, that's nice.
And they're sort of a fun way to do it too, because when you're looking at restaurants, it's easy to check the list of where you go for all of your favorite places.
But
that's a unique opportunity where people don't know that they have a kitchen. They have,
I did not know that until you just told me.
Yeah, so what a great opportunity as we've just been speaking with all these artists today, people who have that artistic side and still want a bite to eat, maybe that's a great option for you.
That's really interesting. I did not know that.
Yeah. So there's a lot of really good opportunities to go out and try something new or see a summer menu at a favorite place.
Yeah, and to walk around. I mean, and I notice, I know you're in the downtown area. You just moved, though, really. You're over on Union Street
We moved
now.
over to Union Street.
How do you like your new spot?
Love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely
More
love
space.
it. And you know what? It's nice to see different sides of the downtown. It's, we're a small region. The whole thing is walkable, but you get a different feel for what's happening depending on where you are in the city.
Exactly.
So it's sort of fun to have a pulse on all sorts of new things.
Yeah. What's going in your old place? Do you know? Or I'm just
I
curious.
don't know.
That's okay. Just off the top of my head, I asked that. So, I know that you did move, and you're over by Union College.
Yes.
So you're right in the heart of the city.
Beautiful campus. Absolutely.
There's one of the things I'm noticing that in the city is that all the apartments are going up. Now the Wedgeway, blah, is how many apartments are going in there? Do you have any idea?
There's a lot going in there, and some are already rented. So things like Restaurant Week are really great for folks to come and just say, I'm new in town, or I'm getting to know my new home. What options do I have? And if they can go out and find a $20 lunch to see what they have going on, or invite their friends to come and do a nice dinner, what a great opportunity to find a new spot to be their home base, to explore their new digs and get to know their community without breaking the bank.
Yeah, and the idea that we have so many apartments now in the downtown area, and now we're getting a grocery store.
Yes, very exciting, and it's all the things that help make a downtown environment thrive.
Yeah, they don't have to go somewhere else.
Correct, and it really lends itself to more growth and more programs, more arts, more restaurants, more shops, more vibrant life that really make the community buzz in the best possible way.
And Schenectady has so much to offer because we've got the college, and you can even walk in their rose garden. They have that beautiful rose garden. There's so many walkable places in Schenectady to explore and whether you want to go down by the river or you want to go to the college, the colleges. There's 2 colleges, by the way, or 3. I guess Clarkson is there as well. We've got the museum. We're going to be talking about the museum later in the show. There's just so much going on that I think the Restaurant Week kind of pulls this together.
And it's something that speaks to all sorts of folks. You mentioned the apartments, and of course we want folks who live in Schenectady to be able to really embrace everything that's here. But if you're not from Schenectady, what a great opportunity to visit and see what we have going on. It's also such a lively scene in the evenings. There's a lot of places that have live music. There's
Frog
art
Alley
exhibits,
is alive, you know, and if you go to even down to the harbor, there are now more concerts coming in there as well. It's a place to visit.
You can really make a whole night of it without even having a plan. And that's really what we want. We want people to see what we have going on because it's such a unique community, and we're ready to showcase it.
Proctor's has always been the heart of it, and we appreciate that. And we're in Proctor's right now, and I love Proctor's. But it's like there's more coming that cements this all together.
And it's also nice to be able to take a look at what's around you when you don't have an agenda. If you don't have to rush between work or have tickets to a show or any of those things, that's when it's great to know what your options are so that you can make the most of your evenings out.
I think you like your job.
I think I like my job. And you know what? When my job is to showcase all of the amazing businesses and things going on in the community, I have the easiest job in the world.
I know you do. And I think that everyone appreciates the DSIC and what they do, and they usually have a fundraiser every year. Are you having another fundraiser coming up?
Yep, we'll be planning the building block party, so be on the lookout for that.
Where are you planning on having it, or it's a secret?
Oh, we haven't released it yet. We're gonna have to stay tuned.
That's what they do. They come on the show and give me such a tease, you know. It's like, well, I'm not telling you, but we're gonna do this, right?
Yes.
So I know that you're doing a lot. Now, are you still going to have your potato week and your soup week and all
the next one coming up is the wing walk. That's going to be in October.
Okay. October's the wing walk.
So that'll be all our fall event, and we have stuff starting to roll out for that now as well. So you know what? If you're a foodie, it's going to be a great season to be downtown.
I know, and the lines. I guess the lines get long, but I think people are just so happy to be in an environment where everybody's got the same mindset.
Yes, yeah, they get long, but they move quick because everyone is on a mission on Wing Walk Day.
Yeah, and not only that, but I think all of the participants, the restaurants, have planned ahead.
Yeah.
They got their stuff all lined up and ready to go. Yeah.
Yep, and it gets a little bit better every year, and we keep growing and changing with the needs and the demands of our community, and that's the same with Restaurant Week. There is such a great outpour of love for this event in February that doing it in the summer gives another opportunity to showcase the restaurants, but in a very different way.
Well, in February, we need something a little bit to spur us on a little bit.
And in summer, who wants to cook?
Yeah, who wants to cook? Well, you need street performers now with this so
That's
that
right.
they keep the people moving.
That's
Good.
right.
Maureen, it's always it's so good to have you on the show and talk about what's coming up. Of course, I love Schenectady. I grew up in Schenectady, you know, I live in, you know, it's one of those things that's part of my heart.
Yeah.
And you're just making it even better.
Well, thank you
Yeah.
for having us.
Yeah.
Always great to be here.
Yeah, great. And we'll see you again, maybe October, who knows? Wing Walk. Sounds awfully good to me, but anyway. And now we're talking about another great event coming up at the Schenectady Historical Society. Maybe Farm, this is welcome you. It's the first time you're on the show, so we're going to say hi to you. Tell me what's going on with the art and craft, because I've been to that, and that's
Yeah.
amazing.
Okay, well then you already have one up on me. I haven't attended it
Oh,
yet.
I mean, it's just walk, and so much to see.
Yes, definitely. Yeah. So August 23rd of this year, 10 to 4, we are hosting the Arts and Crafts Festival at the Mabee Farm Historic Site. It is a juried show of, I believe, about 70 local artists and craftspeople who are coming to the Mabee Farm to, show off what they're creating and, all their artistic vision. And then there'll be, tons of things for sale to, support these local artists so they can continue to do what they're doing.
Support the local artists. How many are you bringing to the grounds?
Yeah, so we have just about 70 artists who are coming to display. So it'll be all over our grounds. If you've never been to the Mabee Farm before, the people at home, we also have a 1760s historic barn
Is that
on
gonna
our
be
property.
open?
It will be open. We will have artists set up in there, in fact, so an excuse to go in and explore. Our historic house will be open. Our education center will be open, and if folks have again never been to the Mabee Farm before, this is a good opportunity to visit for the first time and explore.
Yeah. Now, it's a free event to go to, but it's $10 to park. Is that correct, or do I have that right or not?
Yeah, so we this event, in addition to supporting craftspeople, is also kind of a small fundraiser as well for the Historical Society.
Okay. So there is a charge.
It is a charge, $10 per car, like you said.
Okay.
A good excuse to carpool with
Yeah.
friends and family, right? We don't charge by
But
the
there's
person.
no charge to walk in and go in.
I suppose not, but if the Mabee Farm's kind of not in the most walkable area.
No, I
so.
don't mean that, but I'm saying there's not an additional charge.
No. Once you park, you're good to go.
That's what I was getting at.
Yeah.
There's
Gotcha.
not a gate there that you have to pay in.
Yeah.
So $10 to park is like nothing really anymore. And there's plenty of parking because I've been there and it's like right down the front of Route 5S is plenty of parking. And then what happens if it rains?
So we are a rain or shine event. All of the craftspeople will have their tents and their areas covered. Again, we have the barn as well for coverage, the education center. We're really hopeful that that it doesn't end up being a poor weather day, but we will forge ahead regardless.
Seems to me the last time I was there, you had some exhibitors in the downstairs of the education center? Do they display? Was that maybe that was a different event? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm this year at the very least. No one in the education center.
Okay,
We will have some exhibits
It may have
open.
been a different event that I was at.
Yeah.
It's kind of like it gets blurred in my mind. I get to so many events. So tell me what type of crafts we're going to see there. Arts and crafts. Are these
Yeah.
fine craft? I mean, is this something they have to do themselves, or can they just buy it and sell it?
Yeah, so I kind of mentioned it earlier, but we are a juried show. So, folks had to apply in order to be part of the festival. And we kind of went through all of the applications to make sure that, one, they are all local artists, two, that they are actually like handmade by that person or, a small group or whatever. And, that they are of like a high enough quality to, be, of interest to the public, right? And it's, we also, by going through that process, we were able to make sure that we have a nice spread of different kinds of art, paintings, fiber arts, pottery, jewelry, and pretty much anything you can imagine.
That someone can make.
Yes, exactly.
And the thing with that is that it's great for Christmas shopping, gift shopping.
Yes,
because that's what I've done, is I've gotten some really unique items there that you would not find anywhere else.
Yes, if you want to get a really big head start in your Christmas shopping or holiday shopping, that's
whatever it is, even birthdays or anniversary gifts, because the items are very unique.
Yes,
and they're usually fairly priced. It's not like it's like exorbitant there.
Yes.
What else is coming up at the Historical Society besides this? I'm sure you've got like ghost tours and you've got other things coming up. I know Michael usually heads up some of those.
Yes, we're a very busy organization, and I was hired on recently to help with all the many things we're doing. But at the Mabee Farm in particular, we also have the Autumn Glow Festival this year.
Oh, you're doing that again?
Yes,
okay.
Second year in a row during September and October.
They called it Lantern or Autumn Glow?
Autumn Glow Festival.
Yeah,
it's a lantern festival. And it'll have all sorts of art and display pieces all around our property that is there for you to explore. And that'll be on Thursdays through Sundays in September and October.
Okay, now perfect time of year.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Temperatures will have cooled off, and plenty of time to explore outside. We're always hosting family programs at the Mabee Farm. We're open for public tours. We're wrapping up our walking tour series in the Stockade as well.
Yeah, those are always fun.
Yes, definitely.
Michael usually does some of the narration of those.
Yes.
It's pretty good.
Yes.
So you're brand new there. So tell me what's your background and what brought you there?
Yeah, that's a great question. So my background is actually a little bit more in science as opposed to history. I have a degree in neuroscience as a bachelor's. But I got really interested in informal education and working in museums and at first science centers.
Perfect.
Yeah. And then I was lucky enough to go to the Cooperstown graduate program out of SUNY Oneonta for a master's in museum studies.
So you're just right in the perfect place.
Yes, exactly. I graduated last May, and New York. I'm not from New York originally. I'm from Florida, actually.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, my goodness! What
Long
a
way from
change
home.
that was.
Definitely to the snow, right? That enough said.
Well, at least you don't have big lizards and things walking in your house and snakes and
pros and cons for sure. Yeah, but no, it's just when I came to New York. I was just so impressed by the entire state and how many museums and cultural resources there were that I really wanted to stay working in this area, and eventually a job opened up at the Schenectady County Historical Society.
And there you were. And of course
is.
you just heard our last guest who the downtown Schenectady, and that there's so much going on in our community. That you can participate in, So if you like concerts, you're all set, because there's concerts almost everywhere. Somewhere there's a band playing.
Including at the Mabee Farm. We have a couple more of our Howling concerts.
Howling at the Moon. And you've got that series is going on right now.
Yeah, we have two more this summer. We have one just a couple days from when we're filming this, at least. And then we have one more on September 11th, I believe.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
And are you in charge of that, or who does all the picking of the bands?
Oh, no,
you don't know the bands yet,
no.
right?
Yeah. We have the list of the bands is on our website. We have Everest Rising, actually, and
they're
some
popular.
Folks, yes, they're the ones who kind of run picking the musical talent.
Yeah, they're there almost frequently.
Yes, great people.
Yeah,
we're happy to have them.
Yeah.
And again, so many of our programs and our events are only possible because of these incredible community partnerships who, help us organize these events or come and, display their crafts or invite us on, their show to talk about what we're doing.
Exactly.
So we're always lucky to have that. And again, the thing that's impressed me the most about Schenectady so far is that there is such that strong strong community for all that sort of
There's
stuff.
a strong, and there's a lot of working together. I think there's that community spirit
Definitely.
that is so important. And you're in the Stockade area, and of course that, you know, that's the oldest living community in the United States. Did you know that?
Oh, really?
Yes,
Wow.
that living. In other words, people still live there. I mean, there's older ones, but they're not living. You know, it's just there. But no, we're the oldest one in the
Yeah,
country. So yeah, so you're in a very unique place.
Yeah, so I'm
I'm
happy
sure
to be
St.
there.
Augustine is pretty popular down there. But
Yes.
anyway,
A little
we're
too
proud of the
touristy.
Stockade
Yes,
here.
yes, I love it a lot.
Yeah. And welcome to our state, and I hope that
Yeah.
you'll stay here a long time and feel comfortable, because
Yeah.
we love newcomers and we love to have people with energy to get behind these things.
Yeah, of course. I'm so happy to be here.
It's a
Yeah.
pleasure to meet you, Madeline, and I hope that you'll be on again.
I hope so too.
Yeah, say
Thank
hi
you
to
so
Michael
much.
and to Mary.
I
yeah.
will. I'll spread the
Yeah,
word, all the
absolutely.
coworkers.
Yeah, good. We're going to switch over here, and we're going to talk to another museum. Oh my goodness, one of my favorite museums here.
Oh, thank you.
Well, it is one of
Yeah,
my
yeah.
favorite museums. You know, it's always been my favorite museum, even before it was called MySci. It was called Schenectady Museum.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
I have Chris Hunter with me, and he's with MySci, the Museum of Innovation and Science. And you're listening and watching Capital Region Today, and we're located here in Proctor's, and we're happy to have Chris on the show today to talk about what's going on. I'm Ann Pearl, your host, as usual. So tell us, Chris, what's going on? I know you're doing something with science.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Science, that's in your name.
Yes. There's so much going on, and yeah, you can find out everything that's going on at MySci through our website, www.mysci.org. And the big thing we have going on right now through the end of August, so time's running out to see it, is a changing exhibit called Science Fiction, Science Future.
And there's a lot of future in science, I hope. So tell me about fiction and future.
Yeah. So the real focus of this exhibit is kind of both looking at the science fiction of the past and how it helped become the science of today, and what some of the science fiction of today and some of the kind of fringe and kind of new science of today, and getting a sense of how that might be like the common everyday things of the future.
Well, it's funny that you say that, because I'm a Trekkie. I love Star Trek. You watch the old Star Trek of the 60s, okay, and they got their flip phone, they got this and they got that, and it's like, we don't think anything of it. But at the time, it was like, oh my gosh, that would be amazing. So there's your future.
Oh yeah, and actually funny you mentioned Star Trek, because the exhibit is completely 100% interactive. And one of the first pieces you come to when you walk in the exhibit is a teleport machine. So you can pretend to teleport like you can in Star Trek, and then there's some signage that talks about, okay, what would it actually take to make this a reality?
Yeah, I've read that.
and much more computing power than we have today.
But I mean, maybe someday, but they said, but once you get those molecules all mixed up, you know, how are they going to reform in the same way, and hope there's not a fly in there, right?
Oh yeah.
We remember that movie with the
Oh,
fly, yeah. So you've got that going on,
Yes.
and I know that you've got another big event coming up with, well, first of all, tell me about the planetarium. You still have the Go-To machine?
Oh yes, yes. We still have the Go-To machine. It's still one of only about a dozen in the country, and even though it's 20 years old now, I can't believe it.
I remember when it first came out.
That it's still spectacular optics and still better than any digital star show that you'd ever see, and yes, in last year, thanks to Metroplex and the Bender Foundation and the Niskayuna Foundation, we got some major upgrades to the planetarium and a new digital projector so that we could do different types of shows. And
You just had a big one there.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh yeah. We just had the Mesmerica show, and thanks to another grant from Metroplex, we are launching a new series called Rockin' the Dome, also on August 23rd, Actually a little pitch for Schenectady County on August 23rd. You can start the day at the Maybe Farm with the Arts and Crafts Festival. Then you can go see Art of the Brick at the Armory, have dinner at one of the restaurants participating in Restaurant Week, and then at 5:50, we launch our new series, Rockin' the Dome, with the music of Led Zeppelin.
Okay, and there's 3 shows in one night,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. We do 3 shows per night on Saturday. So every Saturday there will be a Rockin' the Dome show, and what the first batch of shows are, it's digital graphics. So digital artists made these graphics to kind of match the music of Led Zeppelin. So the shows are about 50 minutes long, and I got to see a couple of the shows as a preview, and they're really amazing.
Are you stomping your feet through it?
Oh yeah. Bopping along and
Yeah. That what caused you to go to that? I mean, it seemed like, we've done a lot with the planetarium, which is an amazing planetarium, and I just want to mention that one of the things I find fascinating, if you go in there and you say, what's my birth date, and you put the birth date in, and you can find out what the sky was like, right?
Yeah, well, it's also, in any direction you travel, it's at least 120 miles until you come to another public planetarium.
Really?
So it's a special feature serving the entire capital region, all the way out to Rochester, Montreal, Springfield, Mass, and Yonkers.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, do people know that? I wonder. We got to get the word
Yeah,
out.
I have got, and
If you're listening to this,
oh, yeah.
you got to do this.
And thanks to the work that Metroplex did with us last year, our planetarium visitation increased by 68%.
Really?
Yeah, so we had 30,000 visitors to the planetarium alone last year, and the Mass America show ended the end of May, so everyone really wanted to keep that momentum going and continuing to bring people downtown.
Yeah, this is a wonderful, and we've talked about this. This has been kind of a theme of the show, that we've really done a lot to create energy and programming that draws people to the community. Yeah, and you've got plenty of parking up in your area, so it's not an issue.
Oh yeah, we've got our free parking. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's up on the hill. It's kind of like, it's just off Knott Terrace. Just go up the hill and you're right there. Yeah. You had some issues with the flooding. Whatever happened on that? Did you get that, your archive taken care of?
Well, thanks to Assemblyman Santa Barbara, Speaker Hasty, and the New York State Assembly, we secured a $10 million grant last year to do renovations, and we've been doing all the planning. And this fall, we should launch some of those renovations with the roof. But we had the building report done through a grant from Schenectady County, and they kind of figured out that the building structure itself is secure. We have to update our plumbing, electrical, and HVAC systems to better secure the collections.
Sure.
But that the ultimate culprit is actually the grading of the land around the museum. Even though the museum is on a hill,
there's a bigger hill behind it.
There's a bigger hill behind it, and we're kind of in a little bit of a bowl. And it turns out when they created our patio in 1974, the front half of it, closest to the building, actually slopes down towards the building.
Which makes it worse.
Which makes it worse, and that's also positioned right around the one office that had the moisture in it.
Well, at least they've got somebody in architecture or engineering to figure this out and perhaps abate the problem.
Oh yeah, we've got a great team working on the C2 Design Architects that are out by the airport, ME Engineering. So
yeah, you've got it. Chris Hunter is the president of MySci, and here to tell us a little bit about what's going on. I know that you have the Science Fiction, Science Future. What's coming after that?
Okay. After Science Fiction, Science Future closes on August 31st, on September 27th, we're going to have a show called Measure Up.
measure up.
Yeah, yeah. So when a hands-on interactive exhibit about measuring and how important it is to our everyday life, and also to scientific discovery.
Okay, are we going to do this in metric too?
Well,
we should be in metric system.
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't care what anybody says.
We actually get into that in some of the measurement successes and measurement fails.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got a bridge out in Glenville that is a measurement fail every couple of months.
Isn't that amazing that we can't solve that problem?
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then there's other little, like the informal parts of measurement that the reason we have a 3-mile international shoreline is because 3 miles is how far a cannon could shoot from land.
Is that right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay. So they're not talking about,
Yeah, and that the yard, I believe the yard was originally based on one of the British king's arm length.
So it was the 3-mile was because that's how far the cannon could shoot.
Yeah.
I'll be darned. See, this is what I learned when I talk to people who are into museums and science. I really appreciate learning a little bit more. And I've known Chris for a long time, and this man is a wealth of knowledge. One thing we should also mention is that you do have the collection of the GE photos. Is that correct?
Oh,
You
yeah.
still have that?
Oh yeah. That's our core collection, and we love it.
Has that been digitalized? I mean, you've been working on that, I know.
Oh yeah, we've got a whole team that digitizes it on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
So we're probably up over, well the collection is about 2 million images. So 1.2 million prints, 800,000 negatives.
Wow.
So we probably have about 75,000 images scanned. In fact, and what we're finding is it's a lot easier to scan an image than it is to catalog the image. So that's actually where our backlog is right now.
It's the cataloging.
Oh yeah, but for science fiction, science future, we went into the GE Research photo collection and found pictures of all these great robotics projects that they were doing in the 60s.
Yeah.
So we actually have a companion gallery that has pictures of the Hardy Man and the walking truck and some of these pieces that actually inspired science fiction writers and directors.
That's interesting. Yeah. So if you get a chance, and I hope you get a chance, please go visit MySci, the Museum of Innovation of Science. You can go to their website at www.mysci.org to find out their hours and what's coming up. You're watching right now. If you're watching Capital Region Today. We're filming here at Proctor's at Open Stage Media. If you're interested in coming on the show, we suggest that you just contact Open Stage Media, www.openstagemedia.org, and they'll be happy to direct your request to me, and you can come on Capital Region Today. We'd love to see you here. And you're listening to this on the Mohawk Hudson magazine, and we thank you all for listening and watching the show. Let me tell you what's coming up next week, our next show. Our next show, we're going to be talking about the Scottish Games. Oh yes, I love those Scottish Games at the Altamont Fairgrounds. We're going to be talking about the Schenectady Schools Athletic Hall of Fame. They're doing really some wonderful acknowledgments with their inductees, and we'll be hearing about that. There's also an Italian Street Festival coming up, and don't we love those Italian street festivals? And we'll also be hearing from the new owner of Civitello's. And so we've got a great lineup, and we hope that you'll watch our next show coming up. I'm Ann Perilli, your host and producer of Capital Region Today, and I hope you've enjoyed the show, and we'll see you next time.